Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about forensic psychology as my career choice for this week. What I'm going to be talking about in this presentation is what is forensic psychology, what is the path to becoming one, how much do they make, why and when are they needed, what are some of the tests they conduct, and what is the correlation between forensic psychology and psychological disorders, which is our topic for this week. So what is forensic psychology? Forensic psychology is broadly defined as any application of psychological research, methods, theory, and practice to a task faced by the legal system. In other words, forensic psychology involves analyzing the thoughts, emotions, and brain activity of criminals, and then making connections between these different factors to their specific crimes. Without forensic psychology, it would be nearly impossible to understand why these criminals do what they do. Also, they usually work in prisons, academic institutions, specialized clinical practices, and law firms. So, what is the path to becoming a forensic psychologist? First, like any other psychology career, you'll need to earn a bachelor's degree with a minor in criminal justice or criminology. Then you need to earn a master's degree and then complete a doctorate program. And then you're reaching the end. You have to pass the licensing exam in your state, which varies depending on where you live. And then you become board certified. So how much do they make? Based on Cron of 2018, the median annual salary for a forensic psychologist is $62,874 in a range that spans from $38,997 to $102,092 in 2018. So as you can see below here, your salary increases the more years of experience you have. So 0 to 5 years, you earn $60,000, and then jumping to 20 plus years, you're making around $118,000. And the employment is expected to rise, so that's good. Why and when is a forensic psychologist needed? So a forensic psychologist can be needed in the process of jury selection. An attorney may call upon the expertise of a forensic psychologist in the event that there is a case regarding mental health or any other controversial aspect of crime. Based on a source I found, forensic psychologists are an integral part of the assessment of juveniles as part of waiver hearings, because the juvenile must be evaluated to establish the presence of psychological problems related to their crime, and the prognosis for treatment when either requesting or challenging a waiver motion. Additionally, within the juvenile system, a psychological evaluation of the juvenile offender is often presented to the court for consideration when imposing sentencing on the juvenile. So I found that pretty interesting. What are some of the tests conducted by forensic psychologists? The first one is Draw a Person, otherwise known as DAP, and House Tree Person, which is known as HTP. These are projective techniques. Psychologists use them and assume that subjects project various personality characters onto their drawings. By making the subject draw a particular figure or a diagram, the forensic psychologist can then examine the results and determine key characteristics of the subject's mind. In the instance of psychopathy, a source says that there is a checklist that examines key characteristics on a number of levels, For instance, on an emotional or interpersonal level, the psychopath will reveal himself as glib and superficial, egocentric and grandiose, lacking in remorse, guilt, and empathy, will be deceitful and manipulative, and have shallow emotions. And finally, how are forensic psychology and psychological disorders related? So forensic psychologists deal with a wide spectrum of psychological disorders, such as specific, paranoid, narcissistic, antisocial, borderline, and many other disorders as well. So that's my bibliography, and thank you for listening.